I'll be able to talk to everyone now. What? Really? I could talk to you. But I probably won't be able to select any more romance options.
I've got a meeting with the Threads.
The Threads? What for?
I need leads on Alia. I'm hoping they have something. Dharma said to invite you. Someone's on his good side.
Alright.
Well, he did worse than just try to kill me.
Really?
The guy stiffed me on the job. Those were good potions I used. Expensive, too.
Right, that makes sense.
Doing well, I see.
Hey, Bellara. Seems like you're doing well with, you know. Sorry, I'm intruding.
No, you're not intruding.
You can take my seat, Rook. I was just leaving. Belle, swing by when you get a chance. I found another set of papers for you.
Thanks, Nev. That's nice. Sorry, Rook. Not great company right now.
Let's sit quietly.
You just want to sit here quietly? That's fine. I can do quiet.
You're not very good at silence.
I guess so.
Most silences, just bad at awkward ones.
Fair enough.
So what's up?
So, what's bothering you, Bellara? You know, if you can narrow it down.
Nothing, Rook. Don't worry about it.
I asked, didn't I?
It's Syrian. You saw who he is, what he's become.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a monster, Rook.
Well, they said it was the mask. But he's your brother.
But despite that, he's still your brother.
I would have done anything to get him back. Even join someone like that, like Anaris.
But you didn't. You turned them down.
I did, but Rook, it was hard. I wanted my brother back. I mean, before all of this, Syrian and I were the same. Inquisitive, driven, pushing ourselves. The search for the Nadister Thalin, the archive, that was both of us, working together. I want to say I'll keep saying no, keep turning him down, but he's my brother. What keeps me from doing what he did?
You do.
You're not Syrian, Bellara. You're you.
And what if that's not good enough?
Then keep your evil to off hours. Replace Lucanus's coffee beans with hot peppers. Buy Nev a bag of wisp food. Hide Tasha's snacks.
You're not very good at being evil.
Those are just
I'll work
pranks.
on it. I'm kind of making this up as I go.
Our team motto, pretty much.
Let's paint that on the side of the lighthouse.
I'm sure Solas would love that.
You good?
I'm good. Thanks, Rook. I'll see you later.
What up?
Hey, good. I wanted to ask you something. My mother and I have a weekly dinner thing. I was gonna meet her in Ravane. Wanna come? Fresh food. And I wanted to know you're good to work with.
Sure.
Alright. Can't say no to a free meal.
You're late. And you brought a guest.
I hope I'm not putting you out.
No, this is Tasha's home as much as mine, even if she does not visit very often.
I don't smell the Iskop. We always have ISCOP on Tuesdays.
I am not yet finished with my studies. I thought you would help me tonight.
And by help, you mean do it all. You haven't even chopped the melons.
You swing axes all day. Do you lack the strength to chop a few melons?
What do I
On
do?
the tablet are written in the old Kunari tongue, but they are incomplete.
So they never finished it?
No. It is clearly finished, but parts of letters have been hidden somehow, rendering the tablet unreadable.
Must be
Has
frustrating.
to be annoying for a scholar.
Yes, I have studied the first expedition for decades, but I have never seen this before.
What do you mean, the first expedition?
Your history teaches that Kunari landed on Thedas 300 years ago, in the Steel Age. This is true, but incomplete. Almost 1,000 years earlier, the first expedition came, only to vanish. They were Kunari who predated the Qun itself. That is what I study.
Here, food's ready.
This is not ISCOP.
Wasn't feeling like ISCOP. We're in Ravane. Might as well eat like it.
I see.
The new bookshelf should be here next week. Got him for you with some of the gold from the dragon.
You need not trouble yourself. My studies are clearly of little importance.
Okay? Bye. Thanks for coming.
She used she. You haven't told her yet.
I was going to. Then we got here and she was... like that.
There's no hurry.
You'll do it when you're ready.
Maybe you could tell her?
Well, if that's what you want.
Nah, she'd kill you. I'll tell her. She deserves to know.
This isn't about her. You do what's right for you.
Thanks.
That was definitely the hardest mission so far. What up?
Careful with that.
But of course.
It's the only lead I've got.
My dear Davron, I'll be as careful with this cloth as if it were burial silk from the Storm Age. And this will be so instructive for Manfred. Ah, Rook. Just in time.
How can I help?
Need some help?
Give it a minute. We'll see. That piece of cloth I tore off the Gloom Howler back at the Cauldron still has some of its blood on it.
And now, through the application of necromancy, perfected by the Morn Watch through years of meticulous...
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the Gloom Howler is.
rather discern its nature.
How?
By setting it on fire?
Patience. To discern, one must sometimes destroy. Ah, yes, of course. How interesting.
What is it?
It says this was elven blood. This was a person.
Yeah.
What? But it howls.
A corrupted person. Not always a monster.
Yeah.
And something
Like could have
else.
been normal one day.
So,
Oh.
I'm unfamiliar with the meaning.
An elven word for covenant. Like a promise or a blood oath.
Or an alien race in space.
An elf who took a vow, then gets blighted. An elf who knew about griffins and warden's secrets.
Almost as if...
It was a warden.
It was a warden. It's one of us.
We have a lead.
I know this is bad, but it means we have a lead.
Yes, but one that points within.
If Weishaupt knew about it, they never told me. Something else is going on here. I'll put out the word, call in favors, see who might know more. But thanks for your help, Emmerich. You, discerned well.
My pleasure.
She's got a lead on something. Let's roll out.
Those missing buskers performed here. Let's see what we can find.
Well, I want to do this mission first. Alright.
There's dangerous fanatics, then there's Aelia. She's loose in Docktown, and we're in the dark.
What's the plan?
The Threads and Aelia's Venatori are at war. Quiet, of course. Neither side wants Templars on them. We stay in the Threads' graces. They share what they know.
What about Rana? Can she help?
I told Rana that Aelia's back. She needs the warning. As for help, Rana wants to be an example. Not sure where that goes anymore.
We ever sure?
Were we sure of things before? Where was I?
Missed it. What can I say?
Docktown's protected. What can the Threads do for you?
Aelia's a pain for both of us. Let's talk.
We know people.
You guys are like the same hairstyle.
When they don't turn up on the rounds, we notice. Aelia used the Threads for dirty work. Stolen relics, muscle, spies. These people, they disappear.
And you haven't reported it.
We're not looking for attention. Besides, what have Templars and Magisters done for us lately?
We've got you. And you won't stop looking. I've got names, missing ones, all yours. No catch.
We need to save those people.
We can't let Aelia do this. If what she did to the Threads was an opening act.
We won't like the show.
This is war. We find Aelia, we kill her. Give the cult something to think about. You find her, you do the same. Docktown's ours.
To Docktown. From the people who breathe it, bleed for it, no one's got its back like we do.
Doing whatever it takes.
To whatever it takes.
And then some. I knew I liked you.
Alright, can we get some drinks? Well, since we're here, might as well check out what we need to do. Investigate.
Wine. A lot of it.
Smells like Silent Plains Paquette. A regular order for Venatori.
They were here for a while, drinking, waiting for what?
A meeting.
Let's check outside, see where they went.
We can do that.
That's blood. Did one of the buskers get hurt?
Must have.
Wine. Probably a cheap vintage. Not the same as the wine inside.
Why are these guys blocking an area?
No busker would leave their instrument behind. Strings are broken. Somebody knocked this instrument around. All right, the Venatori are drinking inside. They have a signal for when the buskers finish. The buskers go outside for a drink, they're distracted, then the Venatori ambush them and haul them away. So we don't know why yet, but we know where the buskers were taken. The lookout.
Let's go to the lookout then.
It should be enough.
But I looked on the map just then, and it says I didn't have any fast travel points. What the fuck? Lying son of a bitch.
Another message for us.
Interesting.
How strange.
Fire.
Still
Warm.
Whoever was on watch just left.
Curious. Oh. Just left and fell to the death by the looks of it.
Dead. He's Venatori, not one of the buskers.
Stabbed in the back. Poorly. Someone wasn't sure of themselves.
Someone saw their chance and took it. We need to find the but. Empty. Where are they? A restaurant pamphlet. The garden.
The
It
garden.
mentions performers.
Carelessness or a trap? Maybe both.
I've been to the garden in real life. It's a good bar.
Give us some cover. We still need to save the buskers, but if this is a trap, let's be smart about it.
Alright, let's roll out. Yeah, there's a dead person there. Already.
You call Manfred Fred?
Sure. You walked into my office. I said, Fred. Can I call you Fred? You nodded.
Alrighty. Go to the rooftop, let's hope. Thank you. Alright, all aboard. That's either a dead person or a drunk person.
So you came in one morning and her death was just...
Oh, of course. You're dead. Too easy.
Venatori and not far from the garden. That's not a coincidence. Let's go in and see if there's any sign of what happened to the buskers.
Just tell me where to go. Okay. This wasn't a good jump, I guess.
You call Manfred
Cat.
Fred?
Sure. You walked into my office. I said, Fred. Can I call you Fred? He nodded. Seemed happy about it. If he doesn't like it...
Oh, Manfred doesn't mind. He quite likes you. Does the diminutive imply a certain level of comfort with the necromantic arts?
It shows a certain level of comfort with your friend.
Someone wasn't spending much on their wine.
Well, back to our point.
Up there.
Where? Oh. I got this. How do I... Oh, is that something I shoot? Shoot and miss. What do we got here? This armor's still stronger. I mean, I like this look the most anyway. It's probably my favorite outfit so far. Alright, but I talked to this dude. What up?
What can I get you?
Have you seen any buskers from Dockdown today?
Ha! I heard those songbirds had gone missing.
The Venatori had plans. I set them straight.
We followed a lead here. So could the Venatori.
All right, they're below. Just make it quick before someone sees you.
Roger, roger. Let me just have a look, see.
Order the peanut butter and sausage special. The cook refuses to make it.
Why?
Hello? Who goes there?
Are you the buskers?
So, are you a fellow felon?
Call me Rook.
No.
I've been looking for missing buskers.
Lex Aulos, street balladeer, and sworn enemy of the Venatori, apparently.
How did you piss them off?
Well, see, I'd composed a catchy but searing satirical ballad with rhymes for vainglory and excretory. And then taught said ballad to every performer in town.
That would do it.
Well, thanks to you and the owner's entirely legitimate Seaway access, we live to compose another day. I'll send word to the other performers in hiding. Adieu, Rook. Our ballad needs another verse that mentions you.
Okay. Right, Dev. Wait, chat.
Supper in Docktown?
What's the occasion?
I've got leads to chase on Alia and Docktown's missing people. A few sources will only talk if I'm alone. But if you're around after, you help me uncover all this. Supper's on me.
Sure.
Count me in.
I'm cool with that. Let's talk to Briala.
She felt it all over. Her attraction to the hero, a powerful but properly contained tingle, nearly exquisite. Properly contained. No, sounds bad. Okay, cut the middle line, much more natural.
What are you working on?
Oh! Rook! I didn't see you. What did you hear?
Something scandalous.
Enough to get a powerful but properly contained tingle?
That isn't, I mean, I'm not, Oh, you're joking, right?
Most of the time, yeah.
Nev found me more cereals. I've read them, all of them, multiple times. And I thought maybe I could try it, writing my
Write your
own.
own.
Not like Varric Tetris, but my own sort of thing. For me, and people like me. Something to focus on, besides Syrian and all of that. And you know, you're also interesting. It helps for inspiration.
Interesting, huh?
Interesting is certainly a word we could use.
But it works. You're fighting ancient gods and everything. And you know the rest. It's impressive. What you've done, I mean, brought everyone together. You're a good person. Really.
Because of the team.
Being around good people helps. That's the thing about a team. Everyone brings everyone else up.
That's what they taught me. The Veil Jumpers, I mean. A team's only as good as its weakest link, so you make them stronger. Like you do, with all of us. So, keep being that kind of person. One everyone can look up to.
I'll try my best.
Thanks, Rook. I'll talk to you later. Gotta finish this scene.
I understand.
Rook, something's come up. Evka dug around and found us someone who knows more about the Gloomhowler.
Anything useful?
Our new friend wants to talk in person. Figured you'd want to come along for this one.
Yep, I would like to. Let's start it. Cat.
Well, I'm late. Tried grabbing something from Hal's on the way, but the fish fry's not running. So much for supper.
What have you been doing?
Chasing leads. On Alias Venatori, Docktown's missing people, and anything that might come close.
Find anything?
Plenty. Something I can use is another story. So here we are, I'm out of leads, and you're at that supper I promised.
We'll get through this.
Don't worry about it. In this case, we'll get through it eventually.
Yeah. I could use a walk. And some rocks. You up for it?
Sure.
Yeah. So, rocks. Look for good ones.
You were serious about this.
You'll see why.
Well, we're just gonna do the rock skipping. Oh, I see plenty of rocks here.
Why are we doing this?
You know what they say. Leave no stone unturned.
Really?
No.
You know, when I say we'll get through, I believe it.
I know you do.
You don't believe me?
I believe you think so.
Careful. That's almost optimism.
I got
Time to
that.
put these rocks to use. Come on.
How we doing?
With the rocks or in general?
Let's stick with the rocks.
In that case, so far so good.
A win for us.
I guess it is.
Calliope, you still going?
Cassis doesn't have any.
What was that?
Over here. I'll take you to my usual spot.
Fancy.
Is
Oh, I keep thinking it's loot, but it's just a cat.
Were you keeping net? Is this what you do when you're out of leads?
Yeah, I knew it.
look over my notes, but I've got them by heart. I just need to clear my head.
Stepping back can't hurt. Clear minds get things done.
If only they stayed that way. You can't count on a lot here. When I started, I wasn't going to save Minrathus, never mind Thedas. But if I could take a job and follow through, well, maybe people could count on me. But at the end of the day, what have I done here? What sticks? If people like Aelia come back for more...
We'll end that bitch.
I'm fighting, Rook. Sometimes it feels as though the city itself stabs me in the back.
I don't think they give me any more romance options.
I know.
Why can I have two women?
But getting mixed up in my problems, it's not the smart play. Rana's partner, Brahm. Where did it leave him? Where does it leave you?
Side by side with Nev Gallus. Like you are, for me.
You know you're a sap, right? She was there. We didn't see her.
Uh-huh.
This worked.
Maybe.
Okay.
Willing to chase a long shot? We need to get to the spillway.
Okay, where's that?
You've got something on Aelia?
She was there. We just didn't see her.
Like invisible?
At the relic deal. When Aelia controlled Damas, she mentioned Bataris and the stolen relic. Why bring that up? Why would she care?
You think she was involved?
Or one of her puppets. She's been careful, but there may be something to pick up at the site. A witness. Anything.
So we're returning to the scene of the crime, where we fought Bataris?
It's just a hunch, but it's the best I've got.
Yeah, let's check it out. Yeah.
What's the plan?
Bataris had a red lyrium relic. Those don't play nice with the veil. The Viper left me a piece of one. Remnants fade with time, but if we got here soon enough...
Remnants. We've got them.
Fainter than the ones we found before, but I'll see what I can draw out. Let's take a look.
Do your thing.
Echoes of greed, pride, our Venatori, Vitaris. Here goes nothing. The thread smuggler. But this feels scrambled. Two people's thoughts in one source. She wasn't a traitor. She was a puppet. Aelia moving goods to her followers. Look there. There's more. By the waterfall.
Okay. Let's go around.
We're close to something. I can feel it.
Skipping stones really worked.
I guess some of my plans pan out.
Good. Thank you.
This one's afraid. A witness? Someone else showed up too, after we left. If I can pull out more of an echo, a memory.
So Nev Gallus is back. Tell me what you saw.
Nothing, I swear.
Aelia.
No. In my head. Stay out.
A bystander? They must have seen the fight.
Then Aelia showed up.
Tell me, would you see this city rise? Be a thrall in service to its glorious rebirth?
Thrall? No,
Silence! Your will
belongs to the Venatori.
Damn.
Damn it.
The risen god will unlock my true power. He's given me Vena Vitalis. We start here.
Okay.
What's Vena Vitalis?
Yeah.
A rumor, an old Tevinter ritual to increase blood magic. Fake accounts appear on the black market. The real records were burned by magisters. It scared them. But if Aelia cozied up to Algernon, an elven god might know the trick. Or something close he could trade as our legacy.
A blood ritual. Then the missing people. It's a lead.
But where? When? Who else does Aelia break before I track her down?
Nev?
This place means something to me. But what am I to it if I can't?
You're an inspiration here.
You'll catch Aelia again. Docktown's got someone looking out for them. They'll see that.
Will they? Who got us Vitaris?
I know, but Aelia plays dirty. Maybe we should play clean.
I'm a sucker, Rook. Getting caught up in all this. Bad habit.
You're not fighting alone.
End of the day, I'm used to counting on myself. That's how it's been.
And
count on me.
You got us when you need it.
No. I had to kill a man once who did blood magic on nugs. 100 little pigs with hands came after me. All together in one big writhing ball. Have you ever tried to stab a ball of angry nugs? That was a bad job.
I've got a better one. You know what the Wandering Hills are named for? It's a monster. Big heap of red tentacles that crawls around, devouring everything in its path. The damn thing was a hillside, the size of a village. You try fighting a hill with a sword sometime.
How did you kill it?
Lamp oil. Everything stank of burnt tentacles for miles after.
You're drinking without me?
If the two of you were gonna open a bottle, you might have told me first.
It's
Wow.
not a good bottle.
Might have to pick up a supply. I have a feeling we'll need it. Is anyone else hungry? Maybe I should cook something.
What about you, Rook? What's the worst job you've ever been on?
You didn't hear how this started.
Nevin Harding didn't tell you about our hunt for Solas, then.
They don't tell it the way you would.
I mean, it ended with the elven god of lies in my head. Is that enough to win the worst job contest?
Nah, there's better be more.
Joining us then?
Fuck yeah.
Fine. I'll cook something, if Rook's staying.
Maybe just for a minute.
Rook's story first. Then Lucanus owes me one about this contract on a Bronto.
Mierda. That Bronto.
I want to hear my story.
How interesting.
Yeah, we need to investigate.
Mm-hmm. This table's really cold.
Marble. It's wonderful on hot summer days.
Right. Nothing's happening.
Precisely.
Emmerich, you wanted to see me?
Ah, Rook. If you would be so kind as to step over here.
Sure. Oh, the eyes.
And there we have it. Just as I suspected.
Emotions?
Involving Rook.
Wait, me?
Young love indeed. Come, Manfred. I'm sure they'll want to discuss the implications.
Emmerich?
Everything fine? Emmerich didn't find anything wrong with you?
You just need to learn how to control it.
How to explain.
Take your time.
Emmerich suspected that my abilities could be tied to how I was feeling. Feeling about you. I mean, the special feelings. You know.
You're not toxic all the time. That's great news.
Is it? But being close to you makes me feel things. And apparently, when I feel those things...
Yeah, I can see how this might be a problem.
Yeah, you put me to sleep.
The blood of the Titans. If my heart's beating and my blood's racing around, maybe... I'm sorry.
Can you control it?
Do you think you could control it?
It's tied to my emotions. Like the rest of my magic. I'm sure I can learn to control it.
We'll find our way.
Don't apologize. This isn't your fault, Lace. And we'll handle this the way we handle everything else. Together.
Together.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you again for coming. My duties include tending to these rites of remembrance. Excellent. Manfred found his way down. Very good, Manfred.
He sounds excited.
I thought we'd start the rites here. A tableau of the dead, commissioned 173 years ago. These lives were flickers against the ages, precious, fragile, and finite. Now they serve as a warning. Don't linger overlong in the gloom. Live with grace and fervor while you may.
Mm-hmm.
No one's gonna seize the day for you.
Just so. That one's livelier. Here. Who were you when you breathed above?
This body was a tailor's, a mother's. She laughed and taught and wove the robes kings wore when they were crowned.
Tja. Someone must realign her thoracic vertebrae. I hope the novices are inspecting the displays.
Want to be right?
Seems disrespectful to abandon something you built.
Precisely. No wonder there's been an uptick in hauntings.
Wait, what?
Let's continue.
So what now?
We light candles in remembrance of the dead. Would you care to
Righto.
light the candle, Rook?
Sure.
Look at this. The last tomb of the Tannhausens. A very influential family in the Storm Age.
We broke the bones of dragons.
A posthumous motto. Their last heir met his match against a Highland Ravager.
Death by dragon? I'm surprised there was enough to bury.
Yeah.
Do you know, I never expected that the door we found back in the Vault of the Beloved would lead here.
So the necropolis actually shuffles its rooms around?
From time to time. Very unlikely to happen while we're inside a chamber. Could you light the next candle?
Sure.
Aha! One of my favorite flowers! A variegated weeping widower.
You know your plants.
Alchemy is my hobby. It's a break from teaching spirit calling and theoretical applied metaphysics.
Right. Just on the side.
This way, Rook.
You were right about the gardens being peaceful.
Yeah, they do look quite nice. Not gonna lie.
These are a refuge for the dead.
How many people are buried here anyway?
Excellent question. We rarely should take a new census. You'll need to light these candles as well.
Yeah.
Open your hearts to the final day, companion of all the ages. I was pleasantly surprised by your respect for our undead tableau earlier, Rook. I'm beginning to think people outside Navarra find the necropolis a little unnerving.
The Grey Wardens have some unusual traditions, too.
The spirits gather. Only a few more candles. Follow me.
Roger, roger. But can't you just do that and then every other candle is lit?
Look here.
Hey.
Hi? Should I say hi?
It's curious about you. We're also enjoying the gardens, but we've one last ritual ahead. On your way, my friend.
Spirits really are your specialty.
I've always had a rapport with them. Even as a child, they were my companions.
After you started training here?
After I was orphaned.
Oh.
A collapsed building, swift deaths. After the funeral, the Watchers took me in.
Down here.
They thought the necropolis was the best place for an orphan?
Better to learn death dwells all about us than be deaf when it calls. Yet, I was terrified of everything when I arrived.
And you still join the Watchers?
They're what saved me. Come, the next set of graves lies ahead.
We got something here. Is that normal? Oh, yeah.
Please, light the next candles if you would.
No, I don't think I will.
There's much to recommend about the rhythm of a ceremony. It eases our worst hours. As a boy, the Watcher's rituals were exactly what I needed to steady my days with purpose.
And some death magic?
Well, every young mage needs a speciality. All this pageantry, this magnificent gloom and its rites, I ask you, Rook, what is it for?
It's gotta be the living, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. This place is an abundance of history, of magic, of memories. The Watchers preserve
Oh,
it
this
so the
Manfred.
living may draw comfort
Do
from
we need
those
like
who've
that?
gone before. We must get to the candle, please, Manfred.
You told Harding that Manfred used to be a wisp until you gave him a body.
Yes, he's taken so well to it, haven't you, Manfred? Here are the last candles you'll need to light.
Alrighty.
Once you're ready, we'll need to ring the bell.
Yep, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. And then they all rise from the ground and try and kill me.
Let the rites be acknowledged. Our bonds seen and sealed. We honor the listening spirits.
Hello.
Hail from the abyss.
We witness, good Watcher, faith kept in all our paths.
What was,
The necropolis hosts many spirits. We thank these guardians for their protection and friendship. We'll need to ring the bell once more to close out the departing ceremony.
Roger, roger.
So, you were really afraid of this place as a child?
It wasn't the necropolis itself, but what was draped around it. Have you ever been frightened by the thought of dying, Rook?
Of course. Of course, like most people.
Hasn't everyone from time to time?
When I was younger, it happened more often than that. That's when I discovered I possess a great terror of dying. It goes beyond dread. Can't be reasoned with or soothed over. It comes without warning. In the dead of night, in sunlit streets, a raw, strangling fear struck somewhere deep past the heart.
That's an issue for a necromancer.
Oddly, I discovered I wasn't alone. I debated this fear with friends.
Are we gonna have some tea?
I argued with teachers. Yet, it lingered. Manfred's right. That's maudlin enough. There are struggles, but a watcher should always find peace amongst the graves. And what sort of host would I be if we didn't end with some light refreshment?
Anything for Manfred.
Well, if Manfred's excited, how can I refuse? Cheers, Manfred.
That was a good mission. We'll get to know him more. In the graves.
I heard from Cal Sharrock about the missing dwarves. Stalguard's one of them. I have to go help. They sent me maps of the area where the missing were last seen. It's a start. You're coming to help, right?
I promised I would.
I'm ready to go whenever you are. Let's not wait too long.
We'll go at once.